Let's see how this goes. It's actually probably the best latte art I've ever done. Not bad. Alright, so I realized I kind of have never actually introduced who I am or told you a little bit about what I do in some of these videos, so I figured I'd come on here and just make a nice simple video, introduce myself, kind of talk about my day-to-day, talk about what I do, and then also if you have any other ideas for videos, just let me know in the comments and I'll gladly make them. But you just saw me run through my coffee workflow. It's like my favorite part of my morning. I actually won that coffee machine in a giveaway. I'm a big coffee guy, espresso guy, and I entered this like random Instagram giveaway to win that beast of a machine, and thankfully I won. So I actually have been making some really good cafe level quality coffees lately for the past couple months since I won it. But disregarding that, if you're here, you can probably see my name below, but my name is Benjamin McAvoy, and I'm the founder of a company called Benji Ball. It's about 1.5 years, coming up on 2 years into the business of full operations, and I'm still in the very early phases. I'm doing this all myself, bootstrapped, haven't raised any money, so I'm kind of growing it at a pace that's comfortable, but not comfortable at the same time. But I guess with that, I really just kind of want to show you guys a lot of the behind the scenes of building the business, growing the business, and then kind of just seeing where we can go from there. So I guess to give a quick rundown, I'm 25 years old, I'm from Massachusetts, and Benji Ball is something that I started and I drew the initial design for it in 2015, and now it's June 8th, 2024, so almost 10 years later. But I didn't work on it for 99% of those years, and then I started working on some like prototypes just for fun, really, in high school and college, and then when I graduated college in 2021, I took it on full time, and it's been one insane ride since. A lot of highs, a lot of lows, but it all makes for a fun story. Yeah, so I officially launched it in basically January of 2023. So it's been about 1.5 years now of full operation. So it's been really cool to kind of just see where I've been able to bring it, meet a bunch of different people along the way who have helped me and kind of helped me grow as a person, an entrepreneur, and also just like kind of a creator in general on the social media side of things and the marketing side of things as well. So just to give kind of a rundown of what Benji Ball is, it's a indoor-outdoor adaptable baseball game. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you definitely have seen the product in there. So basically, if you've ever played backyard baseball or wiffle ball or any games like that, Benji Ball is a modified version of that. So the ball is composed of 12 sides. Each side has a different outcome of an at-bat. So single, double, home run, grand slam, double play, and so on. And then there are 2 sides that are the Benji Ball sides. So those are the wild card sides. And at the beginning of each game, whoever's playing comes up with the rules for that side. So if it lands on Benji Ball, it could be an automatic home run, it could be an automatic end of inning, or back to 0 on the scoreboard. It could be any creative rule that you come up with, which really kind of helps with that customization and adaptability of making a game work with who you're playing with, where you're playing, and kind of just how you want to play in general. And then the bat is more of like a paddle bat style design. So it's much wider and flatter compared to that of a traditional baseball bat. So with that, you're going to get a much better chance of getting a hit every time you swing. So that's why the bat is a lot easier, and just the game in general is really kind of a lot easier to play for people of all ages and abilities, varying ages and abilities. The youngest I think I've seen was like 5 years old, all the way up to my 86-year-old grandmother is still taking some swings and having some success with it. So it's really kind of cool to be able to see the variety of ages and people that are playing as well. And it's not just a fun backyard beach game, but it's also a game that's being implemented in schools all across the country and programs and camps. So this week actually was a big milestone. It's now in over 300 schools across the country. So this time last year, it was in probably about 25 schools across the country. And then right at the beginning of this past fall, it was in 40. So now it's grown substantially since then. It's grown about 260 schools since this past fall. So it's been some really exciting growth over the last 8-9 months or so, and really kind of looking forward to seeing what's to come, and just also the growth with that, documenting it and also sharing it with you. And like I said, I'm kind of I don't have a boss. I report to myself. I'm the only person involved in Benji Ball, so I can kind of do things my own way and be as transparent as I want in what I'm going to show and what I'm going to talk about. So if there are certain things that you want me to talk about relating to starting a business, growing it, how to meet people that you want to meet and just kind of connect with, how to get a product made, how to design a product, how to sell it, how to launch your website, how to price it, anything along those lines, or any other ideas you come up with, and just like my day-to-day life as well. Happy to make some videos on that, because not only do I work on the business, but just outside of my personal life, I love doing a lot of things, going hanging with friends. I'm big on coffee, like I said, so I love going to check out coffee shops. Kind of just, I'm a simple guy, so I enjoy like simple, fun things like that. Going in the sauna, working out, cold plunge, kind of just lounging around. I enjoy very simple things, but those are what makes me happy. So happy to kind of show whatever it is that you want, and happy to just kind of be an open book and share anything that you want. So some fun facts about myself so you can get to know me. Like I said, my name is Benjamin McAvoy. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm 25 years old. As you can probably see with some of the hockey sticks back here, I played hockey all the way up through college. I played at the Division I level at University of Massachusetts Lowell. Another fun fact about me, I love making music. So I've never actually released a song, but I have made well over 200 songs, I would say. Never released a single one, but top of my goals for this year is to get a song actually professionally done and published out on Apple Music and Spotify and all those platforms. So it's just kind of like a fun creative outlet that I have for myself, and I've been doing it pretty much since 7th grade, and it's probably my favorite creative outlet that I have, because it really allows me to just kind of zone in on the music and let any form of creativity come out of me. So it's been really fun to kind of see the evolution of how I've been able to write lyrics and then also make the music as well, and record the vocals. So it's definitely just a fun thing I enjoy doing on the side. But outside of that, I mean, this where you see me right now is my bedroom, and it's also my office. So I work out of my office. I got my laptop here, my desktop, and it's a very simple setup. Sometimes I'll go and work out of a coffee shop. There are also a lot of times where I'm traveling, lately especially, where I've been traveling to conferences, just presenting Benji Ball, kind of getting the game in front of as many people as possible. So I'm kind of all over the place at some points, and then other points for long periods of time, I'm right here, and I just work out of here. So this is literally where the business was built, or where the business has been built and where it's been growing since then. So it's been wild to see. I mean, like I said, at the beginning of last fall, it was in about 40 schools. Now it's about a little over 300 and growing. So some big goals just coming up now are to continue to expand the amount of schools that it's in, launch on Amazon, that's a big one for me, and then just kind of like get better with cash flow. So the toughest thing about having a business that's just me without any investors or raising any money or anything like that is I'm growing it at a pace that's very slow, because I don't have that ability to have that cash flow funding to actually go and spend a bunch of money on marketing at one point to try to draw on a bunch of sales, or new product development, or just anything along those lines. I'm very specific of how I'm spending my money, and I'm very careful with how I'm spending my money as well. But I've been learning how to do it in a much better way, and calculating how I'm going to do it in a much better way along just the route of building this business. So I think in the early stages, I was not making maybe the best decisions, and maybe spending an extra couple $100 here where I could have saved it and spent it over here. But now I feel like I really have it dialed in on how to kind of work with what I got and make that work, make that work for me. So that's been really kind of a cool thing that I've learned along the way, and that I'm still learning along the way, is just kind of how to make money work for me. And even if it's not a drastic amount that I have in the moment. So that's a big thing that I'm working on right now, is just kind of getting in a much better state cash flow wise, and that'll really help with growing the business. And like I said, it's still so early in the business to where I am doing everything. So if a customer comments, or if someone comments on a TikTok post or an Instagram post, I'm the one responding. If a customer gets an email after they make an order, I'm the one sending the email. Even phone calls, I still sometimes, if the customers leave their phone numbers, I'll give them a call and just thank them, introduce myself, ask them how they found out about Benji Ball. I found that really helps with actually brand building and getting people to want to support you and the brand. So that was something really cool and that I started to do. And just throughout building this business and even in college, I was big on podcasts and kind of learning from other entrepreneurs that were far ahead of me. So with that, I was able to kind of shoot a DM out to them over Instagram or LinkedIn and ask them questions and just kind of learn different tips and tricks that they had that worked for them in the early days, and then still even all the way up to now. Here we go. 3/23/18. So March 23rd, 2018. Literally the first goal. It says my goals: create a company, call customers. So that was the first goal I had there in 2018, and that was the coolest thing I was actually able to do once I launched the business and once I started getting my first orders in. Was I started calling every single customer, and like I said, if they leave their phone number, I still try to do it every single time, and it just really helps build that brand loyalty and makes people want to support you. I know this video is kind of like all over the place a little bit. I didn't really have a plan for it. I kind of just wanted to sit here and talk, introduce myself, give you a little bit more insight about who I am. And like I said, I'm just going to try to post a little bit more videos like this, answering questions, going over certain topics, how I do certain things, certain parts of the business, behind the scenes things that you guys want to see. But yeah, if there's any topics that you want me to make a video on, just comment down below and I'll be happy to make a video and kind of give a little bit more insight and behind the scenes of it. So for now, we'll end it with a little recap. My name is Benjamin McAvoy, 25 years old, from Massachusetts, founder of Benji Ball. It's now growing all across the country. It's in over 300 schools across the country. And last I checked, it was 43 states out of the 50. So trying to get all 50 by the end of the year. And then other than that, I am open book. So let me know any questions you have. Happy to kind of dive into whatever topics you got. But for now, that's me. That's who I am. Let's keep building.